Hello, friends. Let us discuss the 15th topic in this series, in which we are discussing the multiple choice questions on Indian polity. So, today we will discuss 10 multiple choice questions on the topic Parliament of India. It is a very vast topic, so we have tried to divide this topic into 2-3 subsegments. So, today we will not be covering the entire Parliament of India, but just a few portions, including the composition of the Parliament of India. The first question is, choose the incorrect statement. The President of India is an integral part of Parliament. Option A. Option B. Parliamentary form of government emphasizes on the interdependence between the legislative and executive organs. Option C. The Legislative Council is known as Rajya Sabha. Option D. The House of the People is known as Lok Sabha. The answer is C. The Legislative Council is known as Rajya Sabha. So it is not the Legislative Council, it is actually the Council of States, which we call Rajya Sabha. Legislative Council is the upper house of the state legislature. Therefore, this is an incorrect statement. So the upper house of the state legislature, which is known as Vidhan Parishad, in English it is known as Legislative Council, and Rajya Sabha in English is known as the Council of States. Second question, which of the following states or union territories is not represented in the Rajya Sabha? Options are A. Jammu and Kashmir, B. Delhi, C. Tripura, or D. Lakshadweep. The correct answer is D. Lakshadweep. The reason for that is that in Rajya Sabha, all the states are represented and all the UTs that have legislative assembly are also represented. So the states, there are 28 states in India right now, and as far as union territories with legislative assemblies are concerned, there are 3. So there is Delhi, then there is Puducherry, and then third UT with legislative assembly is Jammu and Kashmir. So Delhi, Jammu and Kashmir are UTs with legislature, and Tripura is simply a state out of these 28. So in these 3, there are members of legislative assembly. Therefore, these 3 states or UTs are represented in the Rajya Sabha, whereas Lakshadweep is a UT without a legislative assembly. Therefore, it is not represented in the Rajya Sabha. Third question, in Rajya Sabha, the seats are allotted to the states on what basis? Options A. Lok Sabha seats from that state, B. As decided by the President, C. Schedule 5 of the Constitution, or D. As per the population of each state. The correct answer is D. As per the population of each state. So, as per Schedule 4 of the Constitution of India, every state has been allotted some particular seats in Rajya Sabha, and that allocation has been done in proportion of population of each state. So for example, Uttar Pradesh has the maximum population, therefore maximum seats have been allotted to Uttar Pradesh, and similarly is with the other states also. Fourth question, the President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha. What is the rationale behind this provision? Why does he do that? Option A, to provide a backdoor entry to those who could not win the elections. Option B, to provide eminent persons a place in the House without going through the process of election. Option C, to provide a chance to retired politicians to get into the House. Or option D, none of the above. The correct answer is B, to provide eminent persons a place in the House without going through the process of elections. So according to this provision, the President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha from the fields of arts, science, literature, and social service. So this provision has been done so that those eminent people who have done tremendously good work in these fields, but they are not active politicians, so they do not want to do all the campaigning, but their expertise is required in lawmaking. For them, this provision has been made by the Constituent Assembly. Question number 5. That the term of office of a member of Rajya Sabha shall be 6 years has been provided under option A, the Constitution of India, option B, the Rules of Procedure of Rajya Sabha, option C, the Indian Independence Act 1947, or option D, the Representation of People Act 1951. The answer is D, the Representation of People Act 1951. So most of us think that this 6-year term of Rajya Sabha members has been provided under the Constitution of India, but it is not so. The Constitution of India actually empowers the Parliament to decide on the tenure or the term of members of Rajya Sabha. Accordingly, the Parliament passed the Representation of People Act 1951, thereby providing 6-year term to the members of Rajya Sabha. Sixth question. For disqualification of the members of Parliament on grounds other than that of defection, the President's decision is final. But the President obtains the opinion of options A, Election Commission of India, B, Supreme Court of India, C, Speaker of Lok Sabha, or D, Presiding Officer of the respective House. The correct answer is A, Election Commission of India. So a member of Parliament may be disqualified on 2 types of grounds. One is on the grounds of defection, that is if he has defected with his or her party. Second is on any other ground. So if a member is to be disqualified on any other ground, that is done by the President of India after consulting the Election Commission of India. However, if a member is to be disqualified on the ground of defection, then the presiding officer of the respective house takes that particular decision. Seventh question. Choose the incorrect statement. Option A. If a sitting member of one house of parliament is also elected to the other house, his seat in the first house becomes vacant. Option B. If a person is elected to 2 seats in the house and does not exercise his opinion, both his seats become vacant. Option C. If a person is elected to both the houses of parliament and does not exercise his choice, his seat in the Lok Sabha becomes vacant. Or option D, none of the above. The correct answer is C. So these 2 statements are correct, but in this statement, if a person is elected to both the houses of parliament and does not exercise his choice, his seat in the Rajya Sabha becomes vacant and his seat in the Lok Sabha shall remain. So all the 2 statements are correct, and here it is Rajya Sabha which shall become vacant. Eighth question. Choose the correct statement. A. A member of parliament submits his resignation to the Speaker of Lok Sabha. B. The Speaker may refuse to accept the resignation if he is satisfied that it is not voluntary or genuine. C. A member needs to vacate his seat in the House if he is absent for a period of 30 days without permission. Or D. All statements are correct. The correct answer is B. The Speaker may refuse to accept the resignation if he is satisfied that it is not voluntary or genuine. See, option A is incorrect because a member of parliament submits resignation not to the Speaker of Lok Sabha. We are talking about a member of parliament. So member of parliament could be a Rajya Sabha member or could be a Lok Sabha member. So if he is a member of parliament from Rajya Sabha, he shall submit his resignation to the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Whereas if he is a member of Lok Sabha, only then he should submit his resignation to the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So this statement is wrong. Third statement, a member needs to vacate his seat in the House if he is absent for a period of 30 days without permission. It is actually 60 days without permission. So this statement is also incorrect. And since the question is asking for the correct statement, option B is the correct statement. Ninth question, choose the incorrect statement vis-a-vis Lok Sabha. Option A, all the states and union territories are represented in the Lok Sabha. Option B, members are elected by way of proportional representation and single transferable vote. Option C, allocation of seats is on the basis of population. Or option D, the demarcation of Lok Sabha seats is done by the Demarcation Commission. The answer is D. Members are elected by way of proportional representation and single transferable vote. So this option is incorrect since the question is asking the incorrect statement. This statement is incorrect and the answer should be they are elected by way of direct elections. So this procedure that is mentioned in the statement is actually for Rajya Sabha and not for Lok Sabha. So the statement should have been that the members are elected by way of direct elections. Last question. The Indian parliamentary system is based on the Westminster model. The two houses of British Parliament are, so the question is simply asking you to name the two houses of British Parliament on the model of which the Indian Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha have been formed. The options are A. House of Representatives and House of Commons, B. Senate and House of Lords, C. House of Lords and House of Commons, and D. Senate and House of Representatives. The correct answer is C. House of Lords and House of Commons. So House of Lords is the upper house of the British Parliament, which is the equivalent of Rajya Sabha, and House of Commons is the lower house which has Lok Sabha as its equivalent in India. So thank you everyone. I hope you liked these questions. Do mention your scores in the comment section. Thank you.